So good afternoon. I want to thank you guys for being here today on a Sunday. I know we have better places to be, like with our families, but I think this is a very important moment. And you know, the purpose of this press conference is to not put high alarms out, but to make sure our residents are prepared. As of now, we're closely monitoring Hurricane Milton based on the latest updates from National Weather Service. While we continue to keep a close eye on the storm's progress, it's important for all residents to be prepared and not to wait to the very last minute to take precautions. I will tell you the City of Deltona, Florida has taken proactive measures by securing and positioning pumps in key strategic areas across the city for worst case scenarios to help lower lake levels. The city's operating water pumps. We're checking ditches for debris and obstructions. Additionally, the weir has been opened to help manage water flow and minimize the risk of flooding. We will continue sandbag operations tomorrow, Monday, October 7th, from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m., weather permitting. That's going to be over at Festival Park, right next to the Walmart on 191 Howland Boulevard. Please know that the city manager and city staff have been monitoring and working, making sure we're prepared for whatever storm we end up getting. Stay prepared, stay safe. We will continue to keep you informed with any new developments. For more information, please always feel free to reach out to either our city of Deltona, which the number is 386-878-8100, the city website, which is deltonafl.gov, and social media, the same thing, City of Deltona. You can follow my mayor's page, all of them across our Avila for Deltona. At this time, I want to introduce State Representative Webster Barnaby, who's here to give more information on what the state is doing. Mr. Barnaby.
Good afternoon, residents. As you've all heard, Hurricane Milton is set to make a landfall on Wednesday and have a large area of impact around the state. On October the 5th, Governor DeSantis declared a state of emergency across 35 Florida counties, including Volusia County. The state of emergency will allow federal dollars to be freed up to respond to Hurricane Milton and be used for relief. The governor will continue to provide updates on relief as the storm continues to prepare for landfall. The governor has also ordered Florida's emergency response team and Florida's Department of Transportation to remain on standby to be ready for debris removal. For emergency resources, please go to the following links: local shelter, floridadisaster.org/shelter status. For people with special needs, please go to floridadisaster.org/SNR. For state assistance information line, our number is 1-800-342-3557. I would urge everyone to please continue to listen to local officials and remain vigilant. If you are told to evacuate, please do so. Homes and cars can be replaced, but lives cannot. So please be safe, stay dry, and listen to directions for your local experts. Again, thank you. On behalf of House District 29 in the great state of Florida, we hope everyone remains safe.
I'd like at this time to introduce County Councilman David Santiago.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. As you can see, residents of Deltona and Volusia County, you have city, county, and state representatives here to support you all and provide information of what's about to happen here in our county. We are working closely with all of the other resources. It's important for everybody to know that the county has already activated our Emergency Operations Center. It is communicating with all proper authorities to make sure we are prepared. It's important for residents to know that this storm will be a multi-day event. Obviously, going to be strong winds, Category 1. We expect 6 to 8 inches of rain, and we will be here to service you. I want to introduce Mr. Clayton, who is our communications individual for the County of Volusia. He will talk a little bit more about the details in preparation that the county is providing. Mr. Clayton.
Thank you, Councilman Santiago.
I'm Clayton Jackson. I'm the Public Information Officer for Volusia County Government. As you've heard, this storm is something that people should not take lightly. It is dangerous. Take this very seriously. In preparation, Volusia County, as well as multiple municipal partners, including the City of Deltona, have been operating sandbag distribution sites for the last 2 days. We operating today, and we do plan on operating again tomorrow. The County of Volusia, we're currently operating 4 sandbag sites, with one of those sites being a drive-through pre-filled where citizens can stay in a line, pop their trunk. Our staff will put sandbags in your vehicle, and you can go on your way. That's at the Volusia County Correctional Facility at 1300 Red John in Daytona Beach. And I want to reiterate that for Volusia County operated sandbag sites, that those are open to all Volusia County residents, regardless if you live in an incorporated city or an unincorporated area. This is also the time to make those last minute preparations. Take a last minute walk around your property. This October, Halloween season's here. If you already got decorations up, I'd probably be going out there taking those off. You want to make sure that nothing become airborne and destroy property or cause bodily injury. Also, this is the time to make sure your hurricane kits are ready. I was out earlier, the stores are hopping. It is crazy out there. Make sure you have water, non-perishable food. Make sure you have medication on board. Again, we still got a day or two before we really start getting the brunt of this, so this is the time to make those last minute preparations. Also, if you have animals, dogs, cats, what have you, this is the time to make sure that you also have pet food, any supplies they may need, even medication for your animals. A lot of people overlook that in emergencies. Reach out to your vet if you need those. We will be implementing the Citizens Information Center, the CIC as it's commonly referred to, where residents can call in to find out or ask storm-related questions. We'll be opening that very soon. Again, this is the time to make those last-minute preparations. Would like to remind everybody that we do have a new Volusia County Emergency Management app. It has real-time updates on weather, any news that comes out, as well as we partner with our municipal partners and to take their sandbag information that they get to us and we publish it on that app. That's one way that we recommend you stay informed. Obviously, you can follow the county's social media channels or visit www.volusia.org. And again, when we open up the CIC, we'll be publicizing that phone number. And at this point, I'll turn it back over to the Mayor of Deltona for closing comments.
Again, thank you for State Representative Webster Barnaby and Volusia County Councilman David Santiago and Volusia PIO Clayton for being here. Again, the purpose of this press conference is to make sure you guys are prepared. Make a plan. Make sure you have an emergency plan. Do not wait till the last minute. Figure out what room in your house is the safest and make a plan to be there if necessary. To my Spanish-speaking residents, estén preparados. Nosotros como ciudad estamos haciendo todo lo posible para asegurarnos que estamos preparados para la tormenta que viene, así sea cualquier categoría de huracán que vayamos a recibir. Mañana vamos a tener operaciones de las bolsas de arena de 8 de la mañana hasta las 6 de la tarde, si permite y no llueve. Cualquier información que usted necesite, por favor, llame a la ciudad al 386-878-8100 o vaya al website de la ciudad que es deltonafl.gov. Puede seguirnos en las redes sociales. A mí me puede seguir con Ávila for Deltona. Ahí puede estar mucha información que yo pongo. Lo mismo que puede seguir al condado de Volusia. At this time, we'll take just a couple of questions, if any of you have it.
What are some of the main sites that you've placed those, not the sandbags, but the water pumps?
So that right now, we're gonna leave it at an undisclosed location just for the protection of the water pumps. Unfortunately, you give some of that stuff out and people tend to try to operate them just because they're a little afraid. So for the protection of the residents, we're just gonna, for now, leave that undisclosed. I will tell you the City of Deltona plans to do another information with more details tomorrow. That's gonna be done by the city manager. So he will make sure that everyone, all the news organizations also get that type of information.
When can shelters open up to people who need them, like in the county as well as Deltona.
Okay. So actually, I've been in close communication with our emergency management director, Clint Meekum. You know, we're currently just assessing the situation. You know, we're working with the school district because, again, we do utilize public schools for shelters. So, you know, we're monitoring the situation. You know, we've not decided to open them yet, but if that decision is made, we'll be publicizing that. We will give ample notice, that way people can, you know, get there safely. If we do have to open shelters, as always, we will partner with our public transit, Votran, to offer free transportation to those shelter sites. So again, right now, there is, you know, nothing with shelters, but that doesn't mean that there won't be. So just everybody, you know, just watch out, and you know, as the storm gets closer, if it necessitates, we will definitely let everybody know where those shelter locates. And like somebody said here earlier, you know, there will be special needs shelters, and as well as the county, we will be operating pet-friendly shelters in certain locations too. Thank you.
Are there any specific areas in Deltona that you all are worried about the most?
You know, with a hurricane that has a potential, we haven't had a hurricane from the Gulf, I think, since like the 1900s, right? So we're worried about everything. As you know, residents in all the areas are important, obviously. We do have some areas that do flood more than others, you know, like the District 1 area. But we're monitoring everything very close. Obviously, we can't guarantee there won't be flooding, but we're doing everything we possibly can to make sure that it is minimized as much as possible.
Sandbag locations?
So sandbag locations for the City of Deltona, it's gonna be at 191 Howland Boulevard. It's at Festival Park, right next to the Walmart that's on Howland and 415.
The county one?
County.
Oh, is the state road there? Well, as far as the county concern, like I said, we do have 4 different sites open. We have the one I was talking about, the pre-filled drive-through, that's at the correctional facility in Daytona Beach, 1300 Red John. We also have some of our Volusia County Fire Rescue stations that's set up. We have, they'll be operating in Osteen, New Smyrna Beach, and Oak Hill. Again, I just want to remind everybody, please go to or download the Volusia County Emergency Management app. If you go there, there's a little button down there that actually has sandbags and shelter locations. You can click on sorted by sandbag distribution points. You can find not just the Volusia counties, but City of Deltona as well as our municipal partners. Any sandbag distribution site that is open in the county, we have that published on that app. And like you're asking earlier about the shelters, same thing with that. In the event we do have to open emergency shelters, we will make sure to put that out there on that app as well. Thank you.
Are you all finishing up any projects like tree trimming or anything like that, just to prepare, just last minute preparations, just to prepare for the storm in the county and within the city?
I will tell you the city manager and city staff since Thursday have been talking about this potential storm coming, and we, like I said, we've been looking at ditches, clearing any obstructions, everything we can do and anything we can do to make sure that we're prepared for the storm. We don't want a repeat of whatever happened in the past. We want to make sure we're ready to go and that our residents feel 100% as much as they can safe, and that they know that their team, their leadership is here, and that they know that we're actually proactive about this storm that's coming. So plan for the worst, but pray for the best.
We'll just add on.
Yeah, sure.
And then you talked about the trees and debris stuff. So I spoke with the county manager on the way here, and it's certainly a concern as far as the resources that may be available depending on how hard this storm hits. As debris crews are very limited and they're scattered now throughout the southeast. So we're coming up with contingency plans possibly in the event that we do have a lot of debris damage on how do we get it out of there as quickly as possible. So it is something that's being discussed.
One last question.
Sí, una pregunta en español.
Diga.
Alcalde, me gustaría saber un poco, debido a lo que pudiese generar este huracán aquí en la ciudad de Deltona, ¿qué es lo que se espera? ¿Cuántas pulgadas de agua más o menos aproximadamente han analizado debido a la potencia de este huracán?
Bueno, yo sé que el Councilman David Santiago mencionó que más o menos de 6 a 8 pulgadas.
Sí.
Entonces, todavía es muy temprano para saber 100% seguro. Estamos esperando más información el lunes. Te puedo decir que el manager de la ciudad, cada vez que hay un nuevo aviso del National Weather Service, él nos manda un correo electrónico y nos está manteniendo al tanto de todo lo que está pasando. Mañana vamos a estar más informados y te puedo decir hasta más preparados de lo que hemos estado hasta ahora. Pero todo va a depender, si están viendo, el huracán está teniendo como le llaman un wiggle, que baja y vuelve a subir. Entonces, dependiendo en lo que termine pasando ahí, vamos a tener una mejor idea de por dónde en sí va a pasar ese huracán. Pero eso no significa que no se preparen. Es mejor estar preparado, tener un poquito más de agua, tener unas cuantas bolsas de arena, a que no tengan nada de eso, venga el huracán, pase algo catastrófico, entonces no estén preparados. So, por favor, es mejor estar preparado.
¿Puede repetir por última vez la locación que tienen para
Correcto,
distribución
sí.
de arena?
So, está en el Parque Festival, que está al lado del Walmart, que está en la Howland Boulevard y la 415. La dirección es 191 Howland Boulevard. Traigan su pala listo porque eso es self-serve.
I did have one more question directed kind of towards the county. Even though we're here in Deltona, I know there's several beach restoration projects that have been going on because they were damaged by Hurricane Ian. Are you all expecting to see anything happen to them or any damage in that area?
Yeah, certainly that's always of concern because you still have areas over there that haven't recovered, and a lot of work has been still ongoing there. The storm surge, not really sure yet. We hope we get some more information, but I can assure you that our teams are very much watching, what we can do to mitigate some of that. And it's definitely a concern always when you have such a large storm coming in.
Thank you guys. Thank you for coming out, and we appreciate you guys. Thank you.